Welcome to our first installment of Science 7 Distance Learning, brought to you by Mrs. Zanone and me, Dr. Wass. Even though we aren't at Lazar, our learning doesn't have to stop. We still want you to explore natural events and make sense of those events using science and engineering practices. The only difference? You're at home, and maybe, if you're really lucky, you're still in your pajamas. Remember, we're accessible by email during the school day. Mrs. Zanone will check frequently between the hours of 9 and 10 a.m., and I'll check frequently between 1 and 2 p.m. But you can reach out to either one of us. Okay, so on to our first phenomenon. In a moment, you're going to watch a video that showcases different animals in nature. As you watch, pay close attention to how the body pattern of each animal resembles its environment. To keep track of your viewing, please print or download the journal slip posted as an attachment in today's Schoology folder. Pause this screencast now so that you can gather your materials. Are you ready? Let's see if you can find all of the camouflaged animals. Remember to record the animal and a description of how its body pattern matches its surroundings. There's the gray owl. Make sure to be writing exactly how you see the body pattern matching the surroundings. Do you see the next animal? A leaf litter toad. Be as descriptive as you can in your observations of its body pattern. And there's a brittle star. Now this one is really cool. That was the tawny frogmouth. Do you see it? That was a barren caterpillar. In your descriptions, pay close attention to coloration, to texture, to shape. The gray tree frog. That one's almost a perfect match. Again, look at the coloration, even the sheen of the animal and the sheen of the background. a seahorse. This one's tough. Can you pick it out? Again, pay careful attention to texture and how colorations change in different areas of the animal's body. The leaf-tailed gecko. It says that they can flatten their bodies even more to look like a leaf. So there's even a behavioral aspect. Okay, it's pretty cool that animals literally look like their surroundings. You probably have some questions swirling around in your head right now. Remember, good questions start with how or why. Pause this screencast and take a moment to write down your questions on your journal slip. Let's see if any of our questions match. I bet that they do. One of the more obvious questions is, how did these animals come to look almost exactly like something else in their environment? I mean, that orchid mantis really looked like an orchid. And I couldn't even spot that gray tree frog. It just blended right into the bark of the tree. And can you believe that there are insects walking around on this planet that look like a leaf? Their shape and texture mimic the leaf perfectly. If you look really closely, you can even see that they have a veining pattern that matches the veining pattern of a leaf. How did this happen? There has to be some explanation for how these living things came to resemble part of their environment. I'm sure these animals didn't always look like this. You might even ask how animal populations evolve or change over time. You've heard that word before, right? Evolve? But you might not know exactly what it means to scientists. In the coming lessons, we will explore the process of evolution, otherwise known as natural selection, to help us figure out how these animals became animals of disguise. For today, though, you need to submit your journal slip as evidence of your learning. If you completed your journal slip in pencil, just submit a photo of your written responses. If you filled in a digital copy, just submit that version. Until then, keep thinking and keep learning.